program. One of the aspirants in the just concluded Ondo State APC primary for the governorship election, Edema, joins me now from Akure in Ondo State for more. Thank you for joining us at this time. In the final analysis, you polled a total of 395 votes. What's your assessment of the exercise?
Hello?
Yes, please, Mr. Edema.
What is my assessment?
What's your assessment of the primary?
Well, I do not want you to believe that any primary held on Saturday, on the 20th of April 2024. Why? You will recall that we raised an issue at 10 a.m. of that day with the governor of Kogi State, that is His Excellency Usman Ododo. On Friday the 19th, the Secretary to the Electoral Committee, Senator Ovi Agege, told us that materials for the election will be distributed at Bond Hotel in Ijapo Estate, 7 a.m. on Saturday. And that accreditation will start by 10 a.m. on Saturday. Voting will start by 1 o'clock and ends at 2 o'clock. We were there as early as 6:30 with a lot of our electoral officers who came there hoping to collect their materials. I put call to some of the members of the committee that I knew that were there up to 8 o'clock. No materials were released, especially Senator Mustafa, whom I have known for a long time. And they gave me the impression that, or they gave us the impression that the materials were coming. In fact, one of the electoral officers came to me that they were making some photocopy at about 9 o'clock. By 9:30 or thereabout, His Excellency Usman Ododo was there till around 10:30 or thereabout. And when he came down from the hotel, we now asked him, what is the status? We are supposed to start accreditation by 10 o'clock. It was there and then he told us that they had released material to Ondo North, to Ondo South, and that they were about to distribute it for Ondo Central. At what stage did you distribute materials? And we inquired from our people who were on the field waiting for election to hold. And they all confirmed to us that no material came to their respective wards. So the fact that some people went somewhere, cooked figures, but this is how you will know that figures were cooked.
Well, Mr. Edema, yes? The Electoral Committee has actually adjured the primary as being credible.
How did they make it credible? When materials, you see, before you can say an election is credible, the bedrock of any election is the voters register, which in this case is the membership register of APC in Ondo State. At what stage did they make the register available to any of the aspirants, except the one that they probably did somewhere behind the scene? So without the voters register, without score sheet, how can you say an election is credible? You will see a lot of videos of all many ones where there were no voters and people were waiting for materials to come.
But there were electoral officers, Mr. Edema, there were electoral officers in these wards who actually conducted elections on Saturday.
Well, if you want to believe my story, I said you say I should just be talking for fun. I thought there are credible evidence that no election ever had. And as I even looking at the result that was cooked, the fellow who used just to have come second, on Friday had said how he was no longer interested, that he stepped out. I can send you the video if you don't have it. So go and look at it. And that fellow now got 15,000 votes. And let me tell you one thing, as a former member of the Ondo State Assembly, as a member, former chairman of Osobadek, former member of the Governing Council of NDDC, in my ward alone, in my ward, Mahin Ward 2, we have not less than 2,000 votes. There are people who never participated in politics at all. Look at those ladies, they put their names there.
But Mr. Edema, why are other aspirants in this election not saying anything? You seem to be the only one talking. Are you alone on this?
I am not alone. There are procedures for venting one's anger. And the procedures that we should write petition to the APC committee of the party, which we have done. As I'm talking to you, I know of 2 or 3 other persons who have submitted their petition, their appeal to the APC committee. So I cannot be alone in it. Everybody has his own procedure. Only yesterday, the supporters of Olusola Oke and supporters went to demonstrate in front of the party secretariat. That is an approach. My own approach is to follow the procedure as laid down. They said they were going to distribute materials. That was why we were there with our electoral officers. Materials were not distributed. They went cook out figures and said they had an election. For 2 days, they could not release the result now. For 2 days, Saturday, Sunday, only yesterday evening were they able to release, after they have juggled with figures to determine who will come first or who will come second, who will come last.
But Mr. Edema,
so on the face value of those figures, you will know that they were actually cooked. Mr.
Edema, how dangerous really is this trend that you're pushing, for your party, the APC, considering that already the person who has been declared winner of this contest has extended the olive branch to all aspirants in the contest?
Well, you cannot build something on nothing and you think it will stand. Well, I have not seen the olive branch one, but you cannot even extend olive branch. If you get something fraudulently, you can't benefit from your fraud. So what we are saying is that cancel this election, come out with all the voters' materials that are required for the election. Let us redo the election properly. There's no election. So how can you say you are a winner of an election that never had? So where is the only branch that you want to, where you have fraudulently garner figures for yourself, using certain machinery, and you are now saying you want to extend olive branch? I have not seen olive branch. And since there are officials in the party, there are procedures with the party to vent my anger. There are
Mr. Edema, we have heard about these are your views that you have expressed, and they have no connection at all with TVC News or the program Beyond 100 Days. One of the aspirants in the just concluded APC primary in Ondo State, Edema, thank you for talking to us on the program.